violence and violations of human rights that have happened right now, lack of accountability in the long run tend to give rise to these mass protests when combined with other factors that spark these protests. So just to mention one episode, the picture here on your right lower corner of the circle is a protest against a massive killing, a massacre happened in a prison in Benghazi, Libya, the Abu Salim prison. There was a riot in this prison, and the solution adopted then by the regime, still with Muammar Gaddafi heading this regime, was to kill 1,270 inmates in one day. This can be identified as one of the causes of the Libyan uprising, the immediate causes, not the immediate, but the immediate causes. The violence and the scale of the human rights violations, and I could say here without any doubt that you could classify that episode as a crime against humanity, was painting in the conscience of the inhabitants of Benghazi. And Benghazi was one of the cities where protests grew to civil strife and open armed conflict very early in the situation that unfolded in Libya. Finally, not only civil and political rights, as most of these cases are about, but also economic, social, and cultural rights. So the protests in Brazil, though it was a response to police violence against protests of fair race, they were also very much related to corruption and the lack of investment, especially in hospitals, education, the priority to invest in mega events for FIFA and not investing on economic, social, and cultural rights of the Brazilian population. So, having discussed briefly that on human rights violations as causes of massive protests, we pass now to the second tier of our presentation regarding the limits for restricting and repressing protests. There are several aspects that we can express here. And to start with, when can we restrict the freedom of expression? Freedom of expression can be restricted only when prescribed by law and necessary, and implying necessary proportional, for respect of rights or reputation of others, and protection of national security or public order, or public, or other public health or morals. This is Article 19 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. All the regional instruments will adopt similar provisions. The European Court Convention will adopt more specific provisions, but the main idea is contained here. So how can you restrict the freedom of expression? Only under these two possibilities. And but governments, just by reading this provision, tend to apply this in a very broad manner, many times disrespecting the necessary aspects of these two exceptions, respect of rights and reputations of others and of the public in general. Two cases that I'd like to mention here on how these rights have been restricted unduly are the Human Rights Committee's case on Alexandrov versus Belarus, which was a case concerning a peaceful march of three gentlemen walking in the city of Belarus. If I recall well, it was in Minsk itself. And they were walking in the sidewalk, not disturbing the traffic, silently, carrying the flag, this flag as you can see. It is a flag that symbolizes the first Belarusian Republic in 1918. It was a flag that was temporarily considered for Belarus after the end of the Soviet Union, but then Belarus kept its older flag. But that became, actually, the use of the Belarusian language, the use of this flag, became somehow a political statement against the current government, against the government of President Lukashenko. And this was clearly a peaceful protest, silent one, only three persons walking down the street, carrying those flags, a flower in their hands, and making a point saying, we're not pleased with this government, we want something else. Mr. Alexandrov was actually prosecuted, arrested, kept for a while, and had to pay a fine for this peaceful protest. And the government tried to explain this restriction on the basis that it was prescribed by law, and it was necessary for the protection of public order. The protest did not even affect the traffic. It did not affect rights of others. It was not even a mass protest. But it was restricted clearly because the regime was not pleased that somebody was protesting against itself. This kind of limitations, blanket limitations to the right to protest is clearly a violation of the freedom of expression, and it's unduly applying the restrictions of the freedom of expression, and the court decided that it was a violation